Hello internets, welcome back to the Waifus. I'm Sefhi, and today we're gonna be talking about REM, her post, why it sucks and hopefully they fix it, and why this collab was indeed rushed, and then we're also gonna be talking about the patch notes or the dev note that they just posted a couple hours ago, and then go into some of the details that they are mentioning in there. Some good stuff, some stuff that doesn't make sense, but let's get into that. Before we start, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to help me grow the channel, and let's start with the biggest topic since the character was released, aka REM, right? Machine guns and why specifically REM sucks. So let me put REM first so we can actually see that example, because where you can see it best is on spot number 2. Let me put also diesel in here just in case we can see it. Hopefully we can. If not, it's completely fine. So let's enter the shooting range, alright? And I want you to focus just below my camera, REM arms, alright? Just her arms and how they look. Because when you're playing on PC or on widescreen, or even on your phone, but on horizontal mode, this is how REM will look. Those tiny arms right there, as you can see. There we go, perfect. Now, let me switch here. As you cannot really see it, but diesel weapon also looks like that. The difference with diesel weapon is that you cannot see the arms. Now, again, this happens with every single weapon in the game. This doesn't happen only with REM, where she looks like this in combat. Every weapon in the game, while they are shooting, it's actually a 3D model, unless we're talking about some of the sword users. So for example, some of the staff and some of the swords, while they are shooting and while they are reloading, it's an actual animation. It's not a 3D model put just behind your PNG. Why this is happening? Pretty simple. This game was not designed for PC, right? Initially, they have no plans on the PC client. They made one pretty fast and it's pretty good, but it was not thought, or the game was not meant to be on these resolutions. It was meant to be played only on vertical mode on your phone, meaning even if the weapons were 3D, you could not notice it because the PNGs or the characters themselves were behind them, so it was not an issue. The problem with making the PC version, of course, is that this created some problems. This is a system that's ingrained in the code and it's not going to be changed. What they will do is remove those awful hands from REM animation. At least I hope they remove those hands, because my god, that looks like shit. I'm gonna be honest right here, alright? Now, once again, I'm just mentioning this because this is not changing. This will never change. I really doubt they're gonna rework more than 100 characters, and not only the characters, but the code itself on the game, right? And how the system for shooting and how the weapons look. So I don't think this will change. I don't think it's as big as an issue as people are making it. I do think it looks like shit. And again, if all of your machine guns, it's only the weapon, just leave the weapon. You don't need to put those arms in there because they do nothing. Now, the other thing related to the collab and what people are complaining a lot is in general, just the quality overall, right? Because even when she is on shooting pose or even reloading, the arms do look weird. Even when she's shooting, we've seen this with a lot of characters, but ReZero is like taking it to like a new level of, in comparison to previous units, to previous collabs even, for example, Nier, it's not up to that level, right? It's not up to that quality. I don't know what ShiftUp is planning. I hope that they do some changes. I hope that they remove those arms from the weapon. And what I don't think will happen, even though I would love to see it, is ShiftUp telling us if this was rushed or if this was like a second option and what they had planned. Most likely, whatever they had planned, either fall through or it's going to be the next collab, right? Whatever it is, we'll see over time. Sadly, the ins and outs of the business, we cannot know. Says La Vie. Now let's move into the second topic, and that's going to be the patch notes, because there is a couple things in the patch notes or the dev notes, whatever you want to call them, that are actually interesting. So for those of you who don't know, March 2024 developer notes. This might be too small for you guys to read, but you cannot zoom in on the Nika website, okay? For some reason, this website is quite bad. So first things first, treasure system. They are making some changes that I actually think is gonna make it better. So first of all, any unit that gets a treasure, and this is what they're saying in this patch notes, and let's see if they keep that at word, right? Any unit that gets a treasure will be added into the spare body shop. Okay, so we can expect all of those units first to get treasures, and then they will start adding more in there. This is good because at least now means you can get not only the treasure, but also you can get those spare bodies for units that a lot of people still don't have or have not been lucky enough to MLB. I like this. This was my biggest worry, right? Adding units that we cannot get or that you cannot get to MLB anymore. This also means, and again in their words, that collab units will not have treasures or if they do, you will not be able to obtain them, or they will be in the shop. I really doubt they will put the spare bodies in the shop for the collab characters. Again, we'll see. Also, something interesting is they're changing the requirement from MLB, aka 4 copies, to LB2, aka level bond 30. To be able to get a character to bond 30, you only need 2 copies, or sorry, 2 stars. So LB, meaning now when you reach level 30, which is gonna take a lot of gears, alright, if you wanted to go to level 30, which is gonna be the max here, as you can see, from level 10 to level 30, this is quite a lot of resources. And still, this is better than needing 4 copies. It's still not like a super big improvement. You still need 3 copies of a character on a game without pity, where you need 200 characters or 200 pulls to spark 1 copy, but it's a lot better. So I have zero complaints in this. Now, the other thing that I don't understand is this, because they will be launching 1 new treasure every 2 months. But if you guys think this is too frequent, they're gonna be launching 3 every 6 months. Shift up. That's the same. What the fuck are you talking about? Now, that said, treasure system, we'll have to wait, see how it is, how strong those characters become, or if it's the same, or if it's not even worth it. Again, we'll see. Second thing is the advice system, because right now we have 10 advices per day to do, and this is changing now, because for a lot of people, myself included, this is a boring system. After you've done your initial 5-10 advices, it's always the same. So now they're adding a quick advice that you will be able to do, guaranteeing 100 points always. So pretty good. I always said that even if I get 50 points, I will not mind getting a quick advice, because you know it's still better than having to go manually through 10 of them. So this is fantastic. Zero problems, zero complaints for this. Now the next point is still one of the things that I will complain, and that is the acquisition of gear. They are saying that, you know, they have observed that acquisition of abnormal gear and some pieces can be a lot worse than other pieces. And of course it can be a lot worse. You all know this. You don't need 6 months to know this. You don't need 6 months to understand that abnormal pieces are shit. That you cannot, that you should not be getting this many when there is 6 units in the game that can use it. We don't count SRs because you've made them bad, right? The company has made them bad, so we do not count them. Pretty simple stuff. So the gear system, they're saying they will be adding a system where we can consume gear in a better way. I'm not sure if this will mean converting it to another manufacturer or what's going to be the issue. But this still does not fix the base issue we have. And that's not anymore so much the acquisition of gear, even though sometimes it can be a pain in the ass. The biggest problem is we cannot level it up. We don't have enough materials. I get a new unit, right? And I got Emilia, and I was saving for like a couple of weeks, and I could overload her. But now we got Rem, and she's also a really, really good character. But I just don't have the resources to keep going, nor the skills materials. So this doesn't fix the initial problem, which is acquisition in general of materials, but it should be better to see what they do. So again, we'll wait and see. And then when it comes to contents, I don't care about this. This is just people asking for the chibis in order to be able to play with them more and do more things. Again, that's cool. That's a small quality of life and more smart stuff to do. Don't mind that. Also important is that they are delaying the treasure system for 1 extra month in order to, you know, working on those changes that they mentioned on the patch notes. So that's everything that they're doing on the patch notes. Some things I like, some things I don't like, some things I want to wait, see what's going on, right? So there is a lot of core issues that are really big problems with the game that people who play every day have. But the reality is that this is not, or we are not the target audience when it comes to shift up making money or making changes. That is the casual players. I cannot really complain about that. That's how most games works. But I do think there is a lot of core issues, not only with the game, but with the mechanics, with the end game. It's complete trash right now, and there is nothing to do in end game. But once again, that's coming from someone who plays every day and who streams every day. So this is not for everyone, right? People doing their dailies and just enjoying it as a side game are happy. And that's at the end of the day what matters for them. That said, I just wanted to talk about these 2 things. Do let me know what you think about Rem, about her arms, and about the dev notes, because I think the treasure system is still worrying me, but I want to wait until we get it. It's coming after the half anniversary, so we're getting less stuff for half anniversary, but I don't mind as long as they make it a good system. Once again, we'll see. All that said, all this yapping, that's gonna wait for this one, boys. Just wanted to make this quick video. And do let me know what you think about all of this. We're gonna be streaming later, as usual. Plenty of gachas. Come say hello. Thank you to our patrons for making this content possible. You can join them with the link in the description down below. Good luck with your pool dinner dates. I'll see you in the next one. 役立たずは楽園から追放するのみ。ブランとノワールのショータイムです。天地万物を切るとはこういうことだ。